Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work without you guys. So let's get open for business here. Let's wake up the football gods. Wake up here, guys. First of all, let me thank everybody who came up into our live stream. We had fun for the most part. We started at 1 o'clock following the NFC East, which is truly the NFC least. We literally had no victories in the NFC East. Our division stinks. That was another one of those gut wrenching games that literally drive you crazy. And people will say, you're just making excuses. But I'm sorry, we are truly, everybody gets some bad calls on them sometimes. But damn, we just get BS calls after BS calls against us and never get them, for us. I'll go in a rant more later, but we got problems across the board. It's still early season. Fortunately, everybody in our division stinks. But you've got to get a hold of this thing sooner than later. I haven't been one, originally I wanted Earl Thomas 2 years ago after he came into our locker room. I worried about some of the things that are going on with him since then. The off-season issue with his wife and his brother and a couple other girls, and I'm not going to go into the details. Him not getting get along with his teammates in Baltimore, and them basically saying, hey, we want this guy out of here, and him showboating, so to speak. And I don't know, maybe it's just Baltimore wasn't the right fit for him. And I'm still trying to understand, the Cowboys and their arrogance about safety that, we're good. We're good. We're not good. Now, some of this is probably scheme because we have new coaches and things, but I got to believe that at least veterans will be better off than some of the young guys. There were too many times, and Mike McCarthy even said it, guys are by themselves. You don't have to be an MVP quarterback when you have a guy that's got 10, 12 yards. I can heave it up to them. We had so many blown coverages and no safety back there. Now, they tightened up the times, but more times than not, they just couldn't get there. Our back end stinks. Now, you were seeing, if there was a few sightings of D-Law today. You can see Aldon Smith has got, 4.5 sacks on the season. He's coming around like gangbusters. He's trying to get that 14 sacks so he can get that extra $1.2 million. I ain't mad at him. But our defense is completely lost, and we need some help. And if it's not Earl Thomas, then Eric Reed. I know, he had the kneeling situation, but you know what? If you want to be an embarrassment out there on the field where you're letting Russell Wilson literally throw 5 TD passes as opposed to swallowing your pride and saying this guy can play 130 tackles, 2 forced fumbles, and 4 sacks last year, that makes no sense because you're being a laughingstock right now. You got to do something more than what we're doing. This is embarrassment when your defensive line is doing things and all of a sudden, blown coverage and there's a touchdown. Your offense is doing everything that they can to try and keep up. I mean, when you've got 500 plus yards of offense back-to-back weeks, they're doing their job. And you idiots that want to blame the quarterback, oh my God. I can't help you. You need Jesus. You need freaking Jesus. But between the missed extra points, between the missed 2-point conversions, the missed wide receivers that are wide open, you know what? At this point, worrying about Earl Thomas being a locker room cancer is the least thing that you need to worry about right now. What you need to really worry about is losing the locker room and the team. There's other guys out there. Antoine Bethea. I will take right now a veteran that might be a little bit slower, than what we're doing right now. We got to do something. Now, on the flip side, I will say this much, and this is what I tried to say to E2 and DMV. Here's the thing that you got to realize. The offense is actually playing better because, one, Dak Prescott had a field in his backyard and they worked together. I mean, you got guys. I mean, we hit 8 different receivers, 8, over 450 yards back-to-back weeks. And part of that is because they didn't change a whole lot. Pete Carroll said, it looks a lot like Jason Garrett's offense. And they were kind of wise not to make major wholesale changes because they didn't have enough time to teach it. Defense, excuse me, losing my voice again. The Cowboys really are killing me. The defense, we don't know if we're a 3-4 or 4-3, a hybrid. We've got a lot of free agents that we brought in where guys are new and just getting to know each other. You got a new system, all new coaches except for Leon Lett. And at the moment, you look at the Dallas Cowboys defensive line is the strength. Linebackers, Joe Thomas played pretty good. Jalen Smith showed up a little bit better this week. But the back end, oh, my God, the back end. Maybe you need a guy with Earl Thomas. Now, in his defense, if he means everything that he said, that he is a Dallas Cowboy fan for life and lives in Texas and wants to be a Dallas Cowboy and things, that maybe he will play better or show up better or listen better because this is the place he dreamed of playing and being part of and wanting to finish his career on a high note. I'm sure he's like waiting for a phone call. The bigger question is how much money you're repaying him, or can you get him a contract that is incentive laden because nobody else is calling him right now? It's maybe time to make that risk. Now, according to Mike Fisher, the Cowboys are headstrong against the idea, the concept that it's like no chance in hell. I don't know, but seeing the shot of Jerry Jones up there in the press box, you can't think that Jerry Jones right now is liking what he's seeing. And that they probably are having some discussions. Like I said, Mike McCarthy said that people shouldn't be that wide open, and they shouldn't be. So maybe there's a discussion. Maybe there'll be some changes. Maybe they'll get themselves right. Now, here's the bright spot I'm going to give you. Next week, we play the Cleveland Browns. Maybe we get La'el Collins back. Maybe we get Tyron Smith back. I think that maybe they should give Ron Leary a call. I saw Connor Williams. Connor Williams is not the same guy. Connor Williams, I don't know what happened. But Connor Williams gave up one of those sacks, and it looked bad. There's a couple plays that you looked at with Connor Williams, and he's just not looking like what you need. And when you had 2 undrafted free agents and a rookie center, and a Connor Williams, that first half was shaky. They solidified when they moved Zach Martin to the outside. But they're going to have to get some better players in here if they're going to get the season. Now, as far as our division goes, like I said, our division stinks. At least we're losing to good teams as opposed to what the other guys are doing. It won't take a whole lot to win this division. But if you have any dreams of going any further, you got to do better. All right, y'all. I got E2 Blue and DMV. They're doing a live stream outside, and I'm real tired, man. I'm physically and emotionally drained from this game. Man, it would have been so nice to have come back with a victory. I'll see you guys a little bit later.